What's up, Central Illinois? You know what you all need? Y'all need some CIBL podcast swag. And thanks to our newest sponsor, Jedco Sales, you can now find our swag at CIBLmerch.com. You can find t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, hats, and more, all classically adorned with our famous CIBL podcast logo. If you want to represent and support your favorite podcast, check out CIBLmerch.com. That's CIBLmerch.com. If you like our store, you can also build your very own business swag store with the help of Jedco Sales in Effingham, Illinois. Jedco is owned by previous CIBL guests, Andrew and Laren Dial. They've set up a special discount offer for CIBL guests and listeners to set up your very own custom branded swag store. You can now offer branded apparel to your employees, customers, and fans, and Jedco will fulfill all the orders for you. Contact Jedco at sales@jedcosales.com. That's sales@JEDCO sales.com, and tell them that Garrett and Derek sent you. Let Jedco help you get noticed.
Welcome to the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast, where business owners, thought leaders, and community champions from across Central Illinois come to share their story. The Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. Anything less would be uncivilized.
What's up, Central Illinois? I'm Derek Hayden. I am coming to you solo with this episode of the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast, powered by Zambu. Zambu is a delicious grapefruit or wildberry vodka-based spirit infused with a Brazilian buzz button. It's smooth, tasty, and leaves you with a signature tingle. Learn more at ZambuLiquors.com. Zambu, taste the tingle. Ladies and gents, I'm coming to you solo because I wanted to talk to you about a topic that the mainstream media is not talking about. And because I'm in the insurance industry, I think it's something that every single person who's listening to this podcast, you are going to be impacted. You're going to be affected by the turmoil and some of the issues that are happening in the insurance marketplace right now. So I know if you look at the news at all, you know that Florida and California and now Texas and Louisiana are having a lot of issues with insurance. They're not able to find insurance companies because everybody's going out of business. All the carriers are pulling out of the market in those states. Well, I want you to know that Central Illinois is also being affected. It's mainly for personal insurance, so homeowners insurance and auto, but it's also small business insurance that's being impacted as well. So basically what's happening is insurance carriers are pulling out of the marketplace. What that means is their losses have been so bad that some of them are no longer taking on new business, and some of them have completely got out of certain marketplaces, so some states. So as an example, in the past, if you came to me and wanted a quote for your home insurance, let's say, I would submit your business to several insurance carriers. So I work for Danzig and Shelbyville Insurance. We are an independent insurance agency. What that means is we have access to multiple insurance carriers that we take your business to market, and we get quotes or proposals back from multiple insurance carriers. What is happening now is we are submitting our clients' and prospects' business to the market, and we are getting back very few proposals. The reason is these insurance companies are getting very, very picky about the business that they are writing. So as an example, we have a few companies that will not give you a quote if your roof is older than 10 years old. So if you have a roof that's older than a certain age, a lot of times right now it's 10 to 15 years old, you don't get a quote. You might as well stay where you're at, because you will not get a quote in the current marketplace if you have an old roof. Another thing we're seeing is if you have a single claim in the last 3 to 5 years, a lot of companies are not giving a quote because they don't want your business. It is crazy because you think insurance companies make money by getting new business, but they have had such bad losses. They are pulling out of the marketplace. They are not taking on new business because they're not sure what direction they're going to head here soon. So the reason for all this, a lot of it is inflation, and the cost to rebuild and repair homes and small buildings has skyrocketed. It's through the roof. So when insurance companies set the rate, they're estimating what that cost is going to be, but they have way underestimated due to inflation. Those costs are so far above what they expected that they are losing money on these claims. You also see in the news all of the catastrophic weather events that we're having. So you see the hurricanes, you see the wildfires, mudslides. Here in central Illinois, you see the hailstorms and tornadoes. Those issues are becoming more frequent and more severe. So in the insurance marketplace, that's called frequency and severity. And that means claims are becoming more common, and the cost of those claims and the frequency and severity of those claims are becoming bigger as well. If that's putting it into layman's terms. So anyway, the cost of claims and the frequency and severity of claims has skyrocketed, and insurance companies are struggling to keep up with that. So if you have not been impacted by these changes, you will be, whether it's in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, you are going to see an increase in cost in your insurance. That is 100% guaranteed. This is just me personally talking from an insurance perspective. You're going to start seeing increases. You are going to start seeing 50%, 70%, over 100% in some cases, increase cost on your insurance because of the current marketplace. I just want you to know what's going to happen and what to expect in the near future. Again, this is my professional opinion. This has nothing to do with what anybody else might think in the marketplace, but I see it happening right now. There's actually businesses going out of business, and they're selling to larger insurance carriers. So there's a lot of mergers and acquisitions because the smaller guys are having trouble keeping up with the marketplace. And so anyway, you're going to be impacted at some point in time. You may even see a non-renewal, meaning the insurance company is not willing to offer insurance to you for another term, another year, 6 months, however long your policy term is. You may see a non-renewal saying that the insurance carrier no longer wants to insure your property or autos or business, whatever it happens to be. Just so you know, that's going to become more common. So don't get too nervous if you see that happening, because it's going to happen to some people out there. The reason for these non-renewals is you may have claims that they no longer are willing to insure you for. So like if you've had 2 roof claims in 5 years, or a water claim, or certain types of claims, or a certain number of claims, they may say, we no longer want to insure you. We're going to cut bait and move on. Just so you know, you will likely see something. If you had several claims, you'll probably get either a non-renewal or a large renewal increase as far as your premium goes. So anyway, I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but I just want you to know you will be impacted. If you're listening to this and you own any properties, any autos, a business, you are going to be impacted in the next few months, few years, whatever happens to be. You're going to see it. Now, to help you as a business owner listening to this, or even a homeowner or an auto owner, some things you can do to reduce the impact that you're going to feel. Don't turn in small claims. So if you have, let's say you have a claim that's $2,000, your deductible may be $1,000. So if you turn this claim in, you'll get $1,000 claim settlement. That may not be worth turning in, because if you turn that in, now the insurance company has the claim against you, and that may impact you at renewal time. So your premiums will go up, or you could get a non-renewal from that company that says, hey, I don't know if I want to insure you anymore. So try to avoid turning in those small claims that you can absorb on your own. That may also include increasing your deductibles. So if you have a small deductible, you may want to bump that up a little bit. Something else you should do is pay your premiums on time. So you want to avoid any excuse to give the insurance companies the opportunity to increase your rates, or, issue non-renewals, whatever happens to be. Late payers, if you are a constant late payer, they know that, and they will increase your rates. They will make you pay for it in increased rates and or non-renewals. So pay your premiums on time. A way you can do this is if you have the opportunity to pay your premium in full, pay it all up front. A lot of companies give a discount if you pay it in full, or you can do what's called EFT, electronic funds transfer. So direct fund transfer from your checking or savings to the insurance carrier to pay for that premium. So that's something you can do to reduce the likelihood of having a late payment. So try to pay those premiums on time do not wait until after the due date because you're going to get dinged. If you have replaced your roof, if you replace your roof or any other large mechanicals like your heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, that type of stuff, let your agent know. Because like I said before, the age of your roof, especially here in Central Illinois, the age of your roof on your home or your business is going to dictate what your premium is, and also will dictate if an insurance company is willing to insure you over the coming years. So if you have an old roof and it's about time to replace it, you probably want to do that because it's going to be hard to insure if you have an old roof. And if you have replaced your roof and haven't told your agent, let them know because that's going to impact your premiums. We saw this isn't going to happen every time, but just give an example. We had a customer who recently replaced their roof and they came in and it reduced their premium by about $600 a year. So again, that's not common. They have a large amount of property that they replaced. So that probably had something to do with the amount of premium they saved by adding a new roof. Just let your agent know if you replace any of those big things, especially your roof. And that's really it. So I mentioned that we are an independent agency, and that means we work with more than one insurance company. So you'll see some out there that work with one specific insurance company. That's called a captive agent. An independent agent is one that goes to market to multiple insurance companies and tries to find the best fit for you as the client. So we work for you as the client, not for the insurance carrier. We are there to work on finding you the best fit that we feel is best for you. So anyway, work with an independent insurance agent. You can call us at 217-774-2155 if you have questions. I know a lot of people are going to have questions coming up soon because it's going to get ugly if it hasn't already for you. And again, hate to be the guy that says this, but it needs to be said because nobody else is talking about this. And it just baffles me that the media and news is not saying anything about this, but it's getting ugly in the insurance marketplace. I'll be the one to be the bearer of bad news. There's solutions we can provide. We can do the right thing to help you, but you also have to help yourself by understanding what's happening in the marketplace and understand that a 5% renewal increase is very, very favorable. So if you have when I say small, a less than 10% increase, you won the lottery. Okay. You've won the lottery if your renewal increase is like 7%. That is, at this point in time, that's a big win. Even if your renewal is up to close to 20%, there may not be another option out there for you, just so you know. Again, just going to let it fly out there and get this so you don't sweep this under the rug, get this out there and make sure everybody's educated, doing my part as your friendly neighborhood insurance advisor. So anyway, I'll stop ranting about the insurance marketplace, just so you know what to be on the lookout for. Don't be surprised when you see it happen to you, because it's going to happen. And you can call us if you have questions. Also, I got my brand new CIBL podcast hat on as a favor from Jedco Sales, who is one of our newest sponsors. Jedco Sales can set up these online merch stores. If you want your business to have its own merch store and sell hats like this with your logo on it, check out Jedco Sales. They can set up the store for you. They handle all of the fulfillment, the shipping. You just give the link to your employees, your clients, your fans, whoever you want to give the apparel to. You can either make it free for your employees, or you can charge and make a profit for it. Whatever you want to do, Jedco will set it up to fit what you want your merch store to look like. You can check out CIBL podcast merch store at CIBLmerch.com to see what we've got listed there. Buy your favorite podcast hat, shirt. Let me show off my shirt here. If you're watching on video, there it is. We got some coffee mugs. We got some sweatshirts, polos, you name it. We can get it for you with the CIBL logo on it. So check that out at CIBLmerch.com. Until next time, you can find us on social media, mainly LinkedIn and Facebook, and connect with Garrett and I there personally as well. Y'all been civilized. Take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Central Illinois Business Leaders Podcast. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/CIBL podcast. You can also follow us on LinkedIn. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It's the civilized thing to do.
What's up, Central Illinois business owners? We know that insurance and employee benefits are one of the most expensive, confusing, and frustrating hurdles that you face in your business today. Garrett and I work with Central Illinois businesses to create insurance and risk management programs and employee benefit solutions that reduce risk, enhance your business, and maximize your profitability. Head to CIBLinsurance.com to learn more about insurance solutions that are specifically designed for your Central Illinois businesses and to watch our educational videos about work comp, employee health insurance, commercial insurance, and other insurance products to help your business go to the next level. Go to CIBLinsurance.com. We'll see you there.